Three more states have now officially banned abortion services as trigger laws take effect today. Idaho, Tennessee, and Texas were among the original 13 states with laws that were set to be triggered if and when the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade. Since the ruling, at least 15 states have now ceased nearly all abortion services. Senior policy reporter Ann Flaherty and ABC News legal contributor Kate Shaw joins me live now for more on this. Kate, a federal judge in Idaho has put a hold on part of the ban there. So what's the status on abortion there right now?
Well, that's right, Diane. So Idaho and actually Texas were both involved in litigation, basically asking about the relationship between these total bans that have taken effect today. Actually, there were already near total bans in both of these states, but these are total bans. Neither of them has a rape or incest exception, or I'm sorry, Idaho does, but Texas does not have a rape or incest exception. Both carry significant criminal penalties for doctors who perform abortions in all but, truly life-threatening circumstances. So those are the state laws that have gone into effect. But there is federal guidance implementing a federal law that basically tells hospitals that if individuals present at hospital emergency rooms in emergencies, doctors may and must take steps to preserve the health and well-being of their patients, regardless of what state law provides. And that includes providing abortion care if that is necessary in the medical judgment of the doctors. And so what an Idaho judge has said is that that federal law supersedes the state total prohibition. And so doctors in Idaho can provide emergency care in their medical judgment. Now, a Texas judge came to the opposite conclusion and said the federal law doesn't control, the Texas total ban does. So that's a conflict that could be before the U.S. Supreme Court in relatively short order.
Interesting. Now, and President Biden has also tried to help increase abortion access through executive orders. How effective has that been?
Well, it's 2 months since the Dobbs decision, and the reality on the ground is that abortion is illegal in several states, and he hasn't been able to gain any traction on that. I think, as Kate just explained, that was an executive order that he had gone after and said, I'm going to challenge Idaho's law. The reality is the judge has looked at it and said, abortion is still restricted on many, many levels in Idaho. It's almost impossible to get, and we're just going to allow it in these very, very narrow circumstances. So for the majority of women in Idaho, that doesn't change their situation. So I think that just speaks to how difficult this has been for Biden to really act on this and move. And meanwhile, we're seeing these states advance these extremely conservative, draconian proposals on abortion.
So, Kate, legally, where does this issue go next?
Well, Diane, so, the broad legal landscape is that states have very significant latitude to, restrict and potentially even, as many states have, prohibit in virtually all circumstances abortion. And so, the federal government's limited in its ability to respond to that. So Biden can issue guidance, the federal government can do some things, but for the most part, unless the Supreme Court revisits its ruling in Dobbs, overturning Roe and finding that the federal Constitution doesn't protect a right to an abortion, this really is going to be a matter of state law. So there will be, and there has been, litigation in state courts, including places like Utah, basically arguing that state constitutions protect a right to abortion, even if the federal Constitution doesn't. So there's going to be a lot of activity around state law and state constitutions. Abortion will be on the ballot. Obviously, we all saw in Kansas that in this quite red state, when abortion was put directly to the people, the vast majority of the population registered their support for continuing abortion rights and against allowing Kansas legislators to outright ban abortion. So, it's a shifting legal landscape. But right now, women in many, many states have restricted or virtually no right to access abortion.
All right. Ann Flaherty, Kate Shaw, we appreciate it. Thank you both.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.